Hello there. The SNP once again tried to drive a wedge between Scotland and the rest of the UK at PMQs today by bringing up that old one of why can't they stay in the single market just like Northern Ireland will? Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. The SNP is once again asking why they can't be in the EU single market, just like Northern Ireland will be when the Brexit Implementation Period ends. The SNP's Mhairi Black and Ian Blackford were true to form in making as much political capital as possible by drawing unrelated parallels between Northern Ireland and Scotland, questioning why access to the EU single market and customs union will remain for Northern Ireland but not for Scotland. The SNP leader in Westminster, Ian Blackford, asked the Prime Minister, "Yesterday, by his own admission, it was confirmed that Northern Ireland is getting the best of both worlds, access to the EU single market and customs union. This is great news in Northern Ireland, but it leaves Scotland, who also voted to remain, leaving with the hardest of Brexits. What is good enough for Ireland is surely good enough for Scotland. Why is Scotland being shafted by this double dealing? Can the Prime Minister explain to Scottish businesses why this is fair?" Totally missing the point that the Northern Irish Protocol doesn't exist for business fairness. Whether you agree with it or not, the protocol is there to help maintain the peace. Anyway, the Prime Minister answered, "In common with the whole of the rest of the United Kingdom, Scotland will benefit from substantial access of devolved powers for Scotland and will benefit from the regaining of money, borders and laws. As I never tire of telling the gentleman opposite, in spite of all his jeering, Scotland will take back control of colossal quantities of fish, which I think is something the people of Scotland should be able to exploit for the benefit of those communities." But for the SNP to try and draw parallels between the situation in Northern Ireland and that of Scotland is a bit laughable. There's no equivalent of the Good Friday Agreement to tiptoe around, no recent history of horrific inter-community violence, and really importantly, unlike Northern Ireland, Scotland does not have a land border with the European Union. Don't you get the impression that the SNP would happily construct the hardest border in the world between Scotland and the rest of the UK, even if it destroyed their own businesses? Just so they could call their country independent, but while being tied firmly inside the European Union. Because they know the EU single market is the only route to them separating Scotland from the UK. But the really big point the SNP is missing, or ignoring, is that they might end up with Brussels saying no instead of Westminster saying no. Then, in their hunt to shift the blame, it would all be about Brussels not listening instead of blaming Westminster all the time. After all, UK law has for decades had to obey every dot and comma of EU regulations and directives. So you have to wonder how many of their plans the SNP could carry through if they were still inside the single market and customs union regime. Anyway, the SNP are going to come out of the gate in the new year as hard as they can for an indie ref too, in the lead up to what I think will be hugely divisive Scottish parliamentary and local elections in May. And I think the cohesion of the United Kingdom will soon replace Brexit as the central political issue of the day. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.